Hello, and welcome to the Toby Tank late night live stream, where all are welcome to join or just watch and chill. Please ask for invites or countdowns. We'll be playing Cold War, all eras. Let's go. So, I'm gonna start kicking off with lights and era 2. The 800T. This is a good little nippy tank. Few lights on this game, only one heavy either side. The tank destroyers I probably favour the monster yang if they come up to each other. Good evening, Dave. How you doing, buddy? You good? Oh no, it's rough, isn't it? It's rough. I mean, what do you say other than you have those runs, don't you? And you just start questioning everything. It's awful. It's awful. I don't know what to say, but it's tough. So strange, isn't it, how it can go just flip like a switch, and the difference that switch makes. It's really huge, isn't it? Yeah. Look at also find that switch. Go, bit of a quick one there. there at the very bottom. There we go, but at least we got one. Okay, right, I'm gonna carry on with Era 2. I'll do a countdown for this one. And in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hello Nathan, how you doing bud, you good? Oh, that'd be grand, yes buddy, yeah. Get yourself a brew first, come on.
Let's go! We're not getting paid by the hour!
Bagel, Marder 1 on the opposing team. 2 bagels on ours. RDF. M113. I keep seeing those now and then. They're coming back a little bit. Thinking the players don't play like that. I love that tank. Yeah, I had after trying World War II and playing it terribly, I did have a little break, to be honest, as well. There was one game where I just pushed over 2k damage. Yeah, it's not too good.
Attention here.
3k. That is amazing. GG on that one, Michael. Yeah, honestly, that's really, really good.
We did it! We won!
113 is capping. There we have it, I guess. With a slow start. Hey, you're right, Nathan.
Ah, well.
I've just gone on the Discord. If you want to go on to there, Nathan, I don't know if you've got the Discord. If you could. Hello, Alf. Oh, nice one, man. Appreciate that very much. Thank you. Just 2 seconds, buddy. Right, if anyone wants an invite, just give us a quick shout. Okay, I think I've got you now, bub. Hello everybody, you alright Al? Okay, can you hear me now? Yeah, you good? Alright, cool, let's go. Right, so... have we got any room? We've got a Ricky. Nice. Okay, so we've got a Weasel on the opposing team. I'm hoping I can get a run on that with this gun, that would be nice. Yeah, as soon as you see it, you just go for it, because you just know if you're not paying attention, it will just take advantage.
This isn't exactly the turtle van, but it'll do.
Yeah, sometimes you get those runs, don't you? And you have to have a bunch of games which are so intense. What was it that got you? I missed that.
Next time, make your weapons out of high-grade titanium. Tracks is damaged.
Oh god. It's so terrible with this gun. I'm not used to it. Just constantly overheating.
I guess we better be heading back to the lair.
Hold down the right trigger as you do when you see that you can shoot. Fantastic tank in the right conditions. You can just absolutely mother some stuff. we've got... Yeah, the 4211 is, yeah, it's a fantastic, its armor is great. It's one of the best, if I'm honest, I think. Yeah, even still now. Yeah, I've only had it for probably, yeah, about a week as well, but yeah, it's fantastic. I love it. I think it's fantastic tank. Welder ships. Right, I'm not sure if anyone will like an invite. There's a spare seat, or there you go. Yeah, of course, Toad. Right, is everyone good? Yeah, I was not sure if he's in another platoon or... Yeah. Oh, there we go, sorry. There you are, Dave, you should get that now. Sorry about that, bud. Yeah, no worries, bud. Alright, let's have a quick check. .5 second reload on the 4211. Yeah, in the right conditions it can be a monster. It can really just be a pain. I have the spool liner equipped as well, which really does make it a pain in the neck for the light tanks. And then I've got the tracks upgrade for the equipment, so for the extra maneuverability. So it's in those tight conditions, it does make it that little bit easier against, you know, let's not say its name, but we all know the one I'm talking about, the little weasel. That gets around the back of you. So, right. Okay, so I'll count down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Looks like you've got camo or some form of camo, so it must do. The skin must work. I wonder if you have the camo effect.
Following the footsteps of Gilligan, as it is written in the Codex, so shall it be.
It's very peculiar, Dave. Nathan, if you're looking for any of this live stream, I also record other live streams as well, so if you need anything.
Focus on this area.
That's the way forward. I use it can be a bit breaky, but yeah, I think it's working good. Well, it's the best price of all. Let's face it, you know, it's free, so you can't complain. They must have all crossed to the to probably round K9 and then along a K. And then
Focus on this location.
That's the one thing about this game you could do with being a bit quicker. AFK or really be patient. It's quite dirty, you know. It's been one shot of damage. That's one shot of damage more than I have. Congratulations.
You've lost parts of your tread. You've been
away from the bathtub. I've literally just been chasing everyone since I think I'm playing catch up. Could get a shot in. Not great for me.
The enemy is sorely wounded.
Only connected. Yeah, just literally just going straight into it. Best way to enjoy the most, especially like with that, with the RDF because I mean, if it can full clip you, if it does catch you and it's caught you when you're, you know, out in a space, you can circle around the back and there's literally nothing you can do. It's caught your gun at a completely wrong angle, for example. If that full clips you around the side and then the back, and they carefully aim the shots, or if they track you around the back, just unload the rest of the clip. They're fantastic in the right conditions. Look at that, right near the bottom. Terrible. I'm starting off slow tonight. Right, I'm gonna try and stick to what I know best now. So we're not gonna go heavy. We're gonna stay era 2 for now. But I am gonna go. I'm gonna go with, I think, an ATGM tank. I'm gonna go with the ELC, which is, yes, a very toxic topic, the ELC. But I am a fan of sneaky little rascals that are just appearing out of nowhere and just do devastating damage. As I said, I like ambush tanks. Hate it or love it, that's what it is. I enjoy that. I think it's fun. But I didn't make the tanks or put them in the game. I just play the game for fun. I'm not an expert, so for me, if I can take advantage of a situation, and I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I think maybe I'm not sure whether I want to step down to era 1 first or go up to era 3. But I'm not sure what tanks everybody has, so we'll see. We'll play. I think maybe 1 or 2 more at era 2, and then we'll see where we're going from there. Okay, so I'll start a countdown from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Yeah, the TCM. I do have the TCM ATS or something like that. I can't remember its actual name, but that's a very similar one. It's an ever so odd shaped gun because it's kind of just a stick on top that pivots around. It's good if you can get that thing hold down. It's fantastic. Obviously, for if they can pen and damage your gun, but then it'd be difficult to do serious damage in any way, shape, or form. So it's the same with the M113, the tank destroyer. It's an absolute box of a tank. Literally it's a box on tracks with a stalk cannon on top. It fires ever so slow. The shells are ever so slow. You have to lead them so ridiculously far in front if something's moving. But if you can get that thing hold down in the right conditions, it can be a monster. It can be a monster. It can be really good. Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's. I have seen the clips of the stone target. Yes, I'm aware of it. Yes, mate. Yeah, what's the alpha it hits at again? 1800. That is, I mean, that's just crazy figures, isn't it? That's just, I mean, and what are the health of tanks in the tier that this, what tier is this tank? Tier 10, I was going to say, surely would have to be, wouldn't it? To deal with that kind of damage. Forgive my ignorance to World War II knowledge and tanks, everybody. It's just been such an incredibly long time. It's entertaining. Not just got too many tanks. Probably even, I don't know, even if they're relevant or not. Didn't go particularly too well. Sorry, what was that, Nathan? I haven't, no, what was that? Sorry about. Just doing that nowadays. With a replay of it, of the murder of the what was it, an RDF? Let's see what. Oh dear. Sorry guys. I didn't take the best of positions, to be fair. I think maybe should have pressed for the is it the castle? Yeah, we maybe should have pressed for the castle side. I think I'm never too good from that spawn point. I do normally press for the castle. I find, yeah, I mean it's great the vantage points you can get from the top of the hills around here. I find it's too risky because of obviously the true vision. You can be spotted from the other side, but also it's really difficult to get hull down, and if you're not hull down, if you're exposed and you get trapped up there, you can just be like blatted in a matter of milliseconds. The whole team's got, you know, a line of sight all at the same time and they're loaded. That's it, game over, back to the garage. So I find with this field area, especially around here, so I don't know why right now. Sorry about that, Dave. But yeah, K2, there are spots in that field where you can get completely hull down. You can just nip the turret out and you can see like completely down the K1 line. You can see across to all of the peaks. We didn't particularly do too well around, so yeah, that's one of my favourite spots, that is. And then of course you can push next to the castle and you got that little mound with the trees. That is good cover for just spotting down the rest of that line, so it's ideal because from there you've got like spots to either fall back no matter which way you're being pushed, or try and push forward a little bit still with a bit of cover. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking about it and I'm going to give it a go. I don't know how well it will go. Probably not too good, but I'm going to try. I'm going to go with the M113, staying at Era 2. I think, yeah, it's probably good all round. I don't need to change anything. Oh, he survived. I pushed him off the highway, but he survived. It's fine. No, that happens, doesn't it? It happens sometimes when two people are going, especially on something tight like the highway. When you got those barriers in the middle, they are a nightmare. The amount of times I've flipped a tank whilst I've been driving down that overpass at full speed, going over that central reservation, I suppose you could call it, that concrete wallish thing in the middle. If you're in a light tank and you're flying down there, if you've got another tank beside you, especially the parts where there's like construction bits or like shipping containers and stuff, if you're going down there and you hit that concrete wall wrong, you can really just go straight off the edge, flip over, and then I think I flipped over once in the, what was it, the Wekcome 2, the ATGM tank destroyer, the German one, the Era 2, the Tech Tree German tank destroyer, and I flipped over and I was literally just sat against the railing on the side at the top, like in complete view of 3 new tanks I spotted, and I was upside down, couldn't aim at them. I tried to use smoke, but because of the angle I was at, it just threw it in the complete wrong direction, did nothing. It was just a waste of time, and I just got completely blattered. It was hilarious. I was chuckling away to myself. Right, enough of that anecdote. Anyway, so here's the countdown from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Okie doke, bud, no worries, it's been good. It's been, yeah, it's been eventful. It's never, I suppose that's the one thing with Cold War, is that it's never really boring either way. Is that you either are gonna fail fantastically, or you know, you could I suppose you do obviously get the average games as well, but usually just one way or the other. You fail fantastically, or you do that game every now and then where it's just like, that's why I played this game, because that was awesome. Everything just clicked. It was, you know, the right conditions. You just happened to be peeking around a corner and there's somebody's turned in the complete wrong direction, not ready in any way, shape or form. You just have those situations that just all click together. Everything works. The gun's accurate. You don't have any missed shots. You know, you don't get any deflections. Everything's penning, and it's just amazing. That's why I played this game. It's those moments of just, I think that's just the fun of the game, isn't it? When you can see how the tank's working, you've done it effectively, and it's usually when the team actually plays effectively together. That's the key with this. I think that's the main takeaway, is that it's the working together. It's try and be good to your teammates, not pushing them off of highways, for example, and making them lose 1,000 hit points. Here we go. No, I'm only joking there, Dave. That is just a joke, buddy. Yes, I think it does, doesn't it? Oh no, is it the 3 that does? I'm not sure. Yeah, no, the 2 does. I believe the 2 does get the ATGM as well. I have started that line to Abrams, but I've only got as far as those, I think it's either the 2 or the 3, I think I've got. Where are you pulling up back over and into the cover of the building? Or are you going to stay down in the dip? Then meant to be, wasn't it? Let's face it. I mean, if anything is going to destroy a box on tracks, literally a cardboard box on tracks, that's what it has for us, this thing. It's going to be the Weasel of all things, wasn't it? Yeah, well, see, he's not doing too bad. Yeah, that's the thing with the RBRT, it just heads for central mass. And people just use it for the quickest aim and fire time. Try it. I do use it myself also, but I do try to aim in. Oh, GG. Yeah, I've been having a, shall I say, maybe a week or two where it's been. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've never claimed I'm not like a great player at this game. I'm not like amazing at it. I enjoy to play it, and I enjoy when it goes well, and it does from time to time go well. Not all of the time, but sometimes it does, and I enjoy those moments, and those have not been as often lately as the past couple of weeks as what they had been before, so it has been a bit of a grind lately, but I am still having some moments that these little moments still shine through, so it's still always good. And you know, it can't always be perfect, can it? So yeah, I was having a conversation earlier with Mikey about the US server, and I've never tried it, to be honest. Well, I think I don't want to be. I may have perhaps in the past, but in an incredibly long time, I definitely haven't tried another server other than the EU server. Always, I just never bother touching it. So perhaps that's something I could try in the future. Right. So the question is, are we going up or are we going down? What's everybody got tanks for? Let's have like a brief couple of minutes discussion. Let's see, what do you want to do? I could go either way. Okay, so how does everyone feel about going Era 3 then? We'll step up one. Yeah, Era 3 seems like, I can't believe I'm saying this for Cold War, but it seems like a little bit more civilized in terms of roles played. And I feel that it's almost in stages, whereas Era 1 is kind of a bit, it's a lot of YOLO play, it's a lot of why is this tank trying to drive up this hill which is, it's undrivable, it's too steep, but just continuously sat there not doing anything in any way, shape or form with this. I find that's more common. The kind of silly behaviour, perhaps even the unsportsman behaviour, is a bit more common in the earlier eras, but in 3, yeah, a bit more dignified perhaps, maybe, if that's possible. Right. Do I do it? Do I try and I'm gonna try and emulate, hopefully, fingers crossed. I did so yes, and maybe not, Alf, yeah, maybe not, perhaps that's a stretch. Perhaps it's not so civilized, but it's a bit, the tanks do play a little bit more to their roles, I feel, in Era 3, whereas Eras 1 and 2 you can have certain types of tanks taking on roles which they should never be involved with, or And sometimes it even pays off, which is the craziest part. Right, so if everyone's ready for a countdown, I'll start with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, go. That's it, Dave's in the EE. Lovely tank that, the EE. Yeah, that's the one on this game really. If you've, especially with any heavy or any decently armoured medium, I mean, if you're travelling at speed, it's definitely in your advantage. If you can be sure in the surrounding area you're not going to push past the first and then be swarmed by 2 or 3. If you can try to track by the driving wheel, if you can get down the side, especially against like an EE, fantastic frontal armor. But if you get down the side, you kind of, with most of the guns in this era, you are going to pen the side. So it can really, sometimes it can pay off, but in other times, if you try to hold back rather than pushing around the front and the side by using your speed and continuing on, if you're on the front line and you encounter this thing, it can be a nightmare if you try and withdraw back and you're just sticking at it front on. If you ain't getting those tracks and getting around the side or the back, especially with something like the reload with 80 GMs on an ADAX, that's not what you fancy. The gun's good, but it's a good gun, but it's not good enough to go face to face with an EE front on. Right, who have we got? Working under the team. Dave, if you have, is it, I can't remember if it's HESH or HE, the, what the EE has for the finals. If you come up against those 490Bs, the things that look like a triangle of cheese, if you come up against one of those tanks, just keep spamming them with that, because they can be a no, like if you're getting them front on, they're another tank that's pain in the neck to try and pen those. And they hit pretty hard.
This tank would make a great addition to our shows.
They do hit hard. Right, I'm gonna head straight down. Yeah, the reloads are so long now, aren't they? Still takes a little while sometimes to get used to when you reload and you see the time like, well yeah, it's that long now. Especially things over 2005. Things that already felt like a long time. And now an even longer period of time.
Move the tour bus here.
Yeah, just push my fast. ADAT's ATGNs, that's the thing. Some of the others you can try to, if you have like maybe good headphones or however you listen to the game, you can sometimes hear that whistle incoming, and you can maybe sometimes just duck out of the way. But with the ADATs, it's no. Yeah, they're just so fast. They're so fast.
They've destroyed one of our tanks. Yeah, that one left a hole.
That's a one shot. Yeah, I've noticed
check out
these chests
this
are really
area.
hit and miss. It's either you have some fantastic pulls from it, or it's just kind of a few of the tanks that I would say bad.
Yeah, right between the eyes. Hell no, didn't go through. Hey, focus here.
Okay, but it's been good. It's been good. Thanks very much for playing, Nathan.
Even better than going double platinum. I say, I love a little spectacle.
We want to be effective.
We lost an ally. Critical hit. This track is damaged. Enemy's got only one tank left. We can do this. We set the battlefield on fire.
14k and 8 kills. Put a video out about that. But there we go. We got there in the end. Let's hope that's things moving in the right direction. Oh, cheers for that, Dave. Much appreciated for those kind words. I don't know what it is about the ATGMs, but they just are kind of, they work for me sometimes pretty good. They're awkward with that distance. You've got to keep distance if you're close. They're just, you know, you're gonna low roll basically what it is. Right, so staying at Era 3. And let's have a go in the EE also. Okay, appreciate you stopping in, Alf. Thank you very much for that, bub. You should probably get some sleep. Take care, buddy. Right, so I'm gonna go with the EE. And I'll start with the countdown with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. We've got in.
On to victory!
A few clammed up on the other side with those 490Bs. My. There's 4 either side on each team. A lot of teams. Wallet at some point. Open up. Not really anything around. we're back to this again. Yeah, that 490p is can be a nightmare to turn front on. You haven't captured that square on the side, back, and back a bit. Shame, couldn't even have the depression to even hit. Terrible way to go for that Charlie 2. Yeah, they normally do, to be fair. Normally you could have spot off a few lights which normally would push up the field using the bunkers to kind of stop between for cover. But for some reason on that one, everyone just tried to push through where all the buildings were on the opposite side. So, odd one, that one. Right, so yeah. Fifth, surprising, really. Didn't think I did well enough at all to get anywhere near fifth, but okay, there we go. Right, okie doke, no worries, Dave. It's very, very, very good to have you. Thank you very much for the games, but it's been really good fun. Well, there you go. There's that stage of the contract. So yeah, thank you very, very much, Dave, for playing, bud. It was good fun to have you. Shame we couldn't have done a bit better in all of the games, but you know, it is what it is lately. I suppose it's a bit of a grind, but yeah, I don't know what more to say on it. But yeah, I really appreciate you playing, bud. It's been really good fun, and you're welcome anytime. And I'll catch you next time, buddy. I'm just, if you could all bear with me for literally 2 seconds, I'm just going to grab a glass of water. Apologies about that. Right, that's much better now. Okay, so yeah, contract stage complete. So what is the next stage? Next stage is, I don't know if anybody else tends to do this, a bit cheeky really I suppose. I don't know if it's like an unspoken about rule. But I will sometimes do a contract on a tank which is, you know, a tank which isn't a Cold War tank, for example, and for me not perhaps particularly too interesting to add to my collection. I may perhaps complete a contract to the second to last stage, and I won't complete the last one, and then I'll skip to another contract, and then if I'm playing a lot, that is, and then you just skip back and forth between contracts, because I don't know if anybody's ever run out of contracts before, but that is not, it feels like a very less productive way to play the game if you don't have a contract. There's not one to choose, so that's why I like to try and keep at least a couple. Okay, so staying at era 3. Let's have a look. What shall we go for? Let's go for the AMX 32, which is how close are we? We are, look, we are very close. We are 2 tanks off the end of the line, the Leclerc line. So let's see. Sorry, just quickly. Skill swap. Not actually that one. That will do. Let's go. Right. We got the highest booster. Yep. So we've fully upgraded the 32, and I'm not sure if everybody's familiar with this tank line, but these are the tanks with a pretty good gun, pretty good main cannon. It also has to the side I believe it to be a 12mm machine gun, which or an autocannon as some people would describe it as. But so this tank is quite versatile in the sense that if you encounter those lightly armoured enemies, or even with the heavier or the medium armoured vehicles, you can use it for tracks. You can just quickly blat off a few shots, hit the tracks, pin them where they are, and if you can get around the back end of something with that, with any of these autocannons, like really, you can just do a lot of damage pretty quick. It racks up very fast. Each shot isn't too good, but they come at such a frequency, especially if you have things equipped which are going to be doing more damage. Fire is good. We like fire, not on ourselves. We don't like that fire. That's not the fire we like. That's the fire that we say no to that fire. We like the fire on other everybody. Let's have a few nice, fairly nice spread. That's where our tanks have gone, I'd like to say.
Nice shot!
And didn't get them there low, wherever they are, they're there somewhere now. Either way.
Focus on this location.
Have a go with the HP.
Enemy is hit.
Okay, so why not just cap instead? There we go. Sit back there and do no damage. Never mind. Not too bad. 5.7 on the damage. Just one kill. Nice healthy 8.2 on the XP for the vehicle. Right, that's all the regiment tasks done. Okay. So staying at Era 3. Let's go with one of the DPM very tippy tops. I mean, I'm not sure if there's much else that can beat the likes of the BMP3 or the Marder 3. Perhaps even to an extent the M3A2 isn't too bad. It's just a shame on its reloads, but yeah, as well with its you know, its very close counterpart, the ADATs. It's the same. It's the reload that lets them down a bit, really, because I mean, the reload for the ATGMs and for the autocannon on the Marder and for the BMP3 are real nice. They're real good compared to the M3A2 and the ADATs. So I'm gonna go light tank on this game with the BMP3 Era 3, and I'm ready with the countdown of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Cowbang, which is yeah, it's quite a good map for lights. A lot of the how you describe it, these parts, which are the black areas, the no-go areas where you can't really drive. But all of these are surrounded most of the time by those lovely ridges with great elevation and an immediate drop of so you can just literally just run around the edges of these things just far enough, and then dip back down behind cover if you can time it well enough. If you get caught up there, not fun times. So here we go. So we have a tank destroyer and then none on ours are using tower, and they have 4 light tanks, same like this. There's 2 BMP3s, 2 ADATs, then 3 Marders and an MLI 84M. Majority of heavy tanks are the mediums, only being 3 mediums each side, a couple of EEs, couple of AMXs, Type 59Ds, Challenger 2s for heavies, M1A2s, M1s, a couple of T72s, so some tough armour, some not as good as others, I should say. Felt like I had to do something. There was too much not happening. That was way too close. That was a terrible spot. That's on me. I need to work on that right now. So let's bring it down. Let's bring it down a couple of notches. Let's have a Popadera one. Do we go with the menace? Do we go with the menace? Or I would think I would much rather is there not one with sorry, just a couple of moments. That is what I wanted. Yeah, there we go. I've been tempted to see if I could swap out there we go. Defeat on Cowbang. Wasn't going too well. This loaded shell enhancer. I've not had any experience with it. I don't know how valuable it is, and if it is, it works in the way I think. Where you literally is it just one reload, and once you reload, you can swap between ammo. With no reload timer again, you literally after the initial reload you can then just effectively just select any of your ammo types and immediately use them. I mean, if that's the case, that would be fantastic for this tank, but I mean, as you can see, with this tank I've decided that stealth, as much as it seems like a ridiculous approach, but stealth is the best way to go, and I'm not sure if that was the best choice. I think perhaps I should go with, instead, accepting the fact that it is a giant monster of a tank, shall we say, and perhaps let's instead go with higher DPM or let's try this. Right, so sorry about that, guys. So let's no commander boosters, no. Okay, no problem. So let's start a countdown in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Almost thought we might start needing some elevator music at some point. That was a little bit of a longer one. Alright, here we are. Kasserine. So 4005s, 3 either side. And we have the advantage on 107s. 2 on our team, 1 on the opposing team. We do have
Ready for a real sleigh ride?
There's a Chow 40T. We have it's quite well, it's quite accurate. The reload can be quite a long time. Feels like a long time. Keeps you being pressured. But that is a fantastic game.
Focus attention here.
Catch people in the the right conditions. You really can shred a tank completely down.
Punched a hole in their armor.
Just enough. Are now probably a 1, but they still have that's all it takes. 2 shots.
Snuffed him out like a candle.
See? Still very good luck. Still has good go. And
The elves say there's something here.
I'm using lightly armored tanks. if you know what you're doing. If you ain't doing it, a few shots, set me on fire, ammo racked me so I can't reload. Closer and closer. That's the right way to do one. Maybe next week. Decision, complete rushed and panicked shot. I saw it facing inside. His attack is the best form of defense.
Focus on this area.
There. I think it's like here. It's 101. Is it this? Again, another tank I don't want to get face to face with. Terrible shot.
That cold snap took out a friendly.
I believe AMX.
One of our vehicles destroyed.
I need to pivot as fast as I can and completely, well and truly, I need to get through the smoke.
Track. We're stuck. We fixed the track. Let's roll.
Come on. No. No, that would have been a saving grace. But no.
The reindeer can't help us.
We fluffed it. We could have maybe took one with us.
No elves. No reindeer.
Yeah.
We can do this.
Tasted. There we go. Let's not dwell on that one. See there, the 101, because it's low down, especially in Era 1, with only 1.8 damage, 1.8k damage, 2 kills. That is the MVP, and as you can see, a lot of the team has done almost, and some about double the alpha. Some with the same or double the kills, but are much lower down on the leaderboard because of the way they sit in the tier. It's this. I suppose it would be similar with if you to have like a tier 8 and it was a tier 10 match, and you did really well. You would, if you probably, it would be. I assume it would be the same in how the scores would work with Cold War. If you're lower down in the tier, for example. Let's try and visualize this to make this a bit better to explain. So here we go with the tier 1 tanks, for example, in the Western Alliance. Starting off with the M46A1 is the lowest down in tier 1 you can get in Era 1 you can get, and then the higher up tanks. So if you score the same amount of alpha, let's say 2000 damage in these tanks, 2000 damage in this tank will always come top of the leaderboard compared to this one. I assume it's the same with World War. If you're in a lower tier tank and you score higher, you're more likely to come top of the leaderboard. Right, so let's take Santa out in his sleigh for another trip. Let's persevere and see if we can do it. I'm gonna try. I am struggling a little bit. It is a bit tedious. I want to be doing well. I want to have one of those games, and it's not clicking just yet. But let's persevere. Let's try a few more, and we'll call it from there and see what we're doing. Oh, I forgot a countdown there. Sorry. If I'll begin with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, go. I think definitely it's on the cards to go back to the Jaguar 1. That seems to be quite a lucky tank for me at the minute. Let's see who, if anybody we have in. Seems like we have maybe 2 bots, maybe 3 or 4 perhaps, either side. With 2 4,500 guys.
Our mission? Share the holiday spirit far and wide.
So that means for us. Very many. Load ahead. Loaded. Once they reload, literally outside, sometimes easy to see things in action. We have a T-55A. Rations. hasn't spotted us as of yet.
Focus attention here. Senator Wells,
Oh,
Operation Gingerbread is a
Something I
success.
need to start keeping an eye on. One of my problems is, in my perspective, now this isn't everybody's, it's just my personal opinion, and it isn't, I'm not saying anything is right or wrong, this is just an opinion of mine and how I prefer to play this game. I think in a tank battle game, you should battle tanks. That's kind of it, basically. I think sitting still in a position is not a... Can it be a fulfilling way to play this game? I don't believe so. I don't think you need... I mean, I've been having frustrating games today, but I don't think even still I would cap. I would perhaps use the cap area. I understand using it as a strategic advantage to draw out opponents. If you have, say for example, like a heavy or something that's stealthy and hits really hard, and you don't want to engage with it where it has some really good cover it can dip behind. You want to engage with it out in the open, you want to draw it out. So I understand that use of the cap. But capping to win, I mean, for me, it's not the one, I suppose, is what I should say. For me, it's not the one. Right, so I'm going to go back up to Era 3. And I am going to, how long have we been on now? 2 hours. So I'm going to call it, I'm going to call it there. This is going to be my last one. I'm going to have one last go with the Jaguar 1 in Era 3. And hopefully, again, continue the streak of luck I've been having with this thing. It's been good to me. It's a 14k damage the other day, 8 kills. That was good fun. Ammo racked an object 477A, which, as I'm sure you're aware, the armor on that thing can be a nightmare to pen sometimes. Even I think it was with I had a match in Armada, and I was coming up against the 477A, and I just couldn't pen with ATGMs. It was front on at a very slight angle, and I aimed track, I aimed top of the gun, like the top of the, you wouldn't call it a turret, I suppose, would you? It's kind of where the gun is, but yeah, the top of the gun. I even tried the very lowest of the low frontal plate, but I kept bouncing. So let's see. So a couple of Jaguars on our side, and against the notorious 477A, as I was just talking about, which has got a fantastic pattern. Thank you very much, Darryl Williams. It's very good to have you watching. I assume from the flag that you're a fellow Brit.
You're in the KISS Army now. Let's go.
We're all pushing. would love to know where that 477A is going. That is really my biggest concern. Then the ADATs, a whole 4 of those, and then 2 BMP3s, so that's going to be a whole lot of ATGMs flying about all over the place. A lot of heavies as well, quite a few I should say, maybe not a lot. A couple of T-72s, not the best of armors, but they normally tend to have very fluky opportunities that they get involved with, so they're ones to keep an eye on. The Clerk T4, now that is a gun, that is a gun, that's very, very strong. Let's push in. Go overpass, I think. We do have the smoke if we need to go back. Where was this? I did just see on the map. I'm trying to think if it's nice to be watching, buddy. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. How's the weather for you in Ohio at the minute? Is it good? Is it warm? Is it cold? Here it's just it turns very cold now. So outside it's just gone like freezing. So the floor is very icy. Happy with that layers you have to wear. Stay behind this now. We've hit them once. Not get cocky. We want them out. Are they going to pull back? If they do, we should be ready by then. We still have the ration. They've got an advantage from that. That's the search fast ATGM. So I'm sure they're fast. It's probably the end for all of us. Get a shot into anything.
Nothing's gonna stand in our way.
778.
Left a hole.
Let's try and use the dodgiest play ever. This is that would have been nice. We could have done some damage there. That was the T4.
This vehicle's trashed.
T4, like
Everyone
I said,
out.
fantastic gun on that. Doing the little rail mount there off the highway. 4,000 alpha, it's okay. Oh, sorry there, Daryl. Rain but not cold until Thursday. Yeah, so how cold are we talking in Ohio? How cold will it be Thursday? Let's have a quick check before we sign off of the challenges. A winner's circle. Oh, okay, cold enough. That most definitely that is cold enough. Yeah, it needs to be warmer than that for sure. If I'm translating that correctly in my mind, I believe. I'm gonna have to Google it to double check now, because as Brits we do things differently because we have to be different for some reason. Yeah, so that's about the temperature here at the minute. We're floating around. I believe somebody was saying on a stream I was watching today about probably 28 degrees. Somewhere to between like 28 to 32 degrees. That's the temperature here at the minute. So yeah, not the best for driving conditions, for walking around, and most certainly if you're not a fan of wearing big thick coats and stuff, yeah, it's not great. Oh yeah, wow. Well, this, I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but this country, if we have snow, it doesn't take a whole bunch, and I'm talking probably 1 inch to 2 inches, and this country begins to struggle in certain aspects with people with driving and people getting to work and things. It doesn't take a whole bunch for it to start slowing down, so we're not too good with the snow as Brits, but we get it now and then. But I think that's the main problem, is we don't get it often. We don't get the snow often enough to, I suppose, to warrant having the things to negate all of that snow and ice everywhere. Right, I would like to thank everybody for watching, everybody for popping up in chat, everybody for joining and playing along. I'd like to thank all the subscribers, and I would like to finish by telling a silly little joke today that I thought about, which is, what do these two playstyles have in common? And that would be a YOLO playstyle and a camping playstyle. The thing that they have in common is that they're intense. Dudumts. Anyway, this has been Toby Tank, and thank you very much for watching. Wow, that is a good amount of snow. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I shall be back on tomorrow evening at 2300 GMT. I'll look forward to seeing you guys then. Thank you very much. Bye bye.